So we're gonna retake the castle. Right away, without an opportunity to visit the pause menu. I wonder if I had been mashing menu that whole conversation, if it would have let me in the menu. But yeah, any level ups you get on the second to final boss, in order to spend them, you have to lose the final boss fight, or maybe run away. I don't know if you can run away from bosses. And then it does kick you out of the fight. You aren't just caught in an endless loop of fighting the boss. So that's what I did my first time through the game. I lost this fight. Alright, Aurora, the exiled child. We share that in common from long ago. Cast out, cursed to walk among the common and the weak. Why your foolish mama left Lemuria, I will never know. Oh man, murderer. No, you're not a righter of wrongs. Descendant am I from Sindel the Wise, you from Aaron the Conqueror be. The explorers inherited this world, it is our prize. Welcome home, heir to the throne? Most certainly not, I am Aurora alone. Stone has crumbled into dust, empty the halls be. What once was is long dead, a failure of a country. The Lemurians survived, once you're gone we can build anew and thrive. Oh man, I would give this land to common tribes. We fight for the citizens of this country and their lives. She's right, this is bigger than me and my family. I raise my sword for the Populi, for the Katagita, for the Arostati, the Capilli, for all Lemuria. Together we're not afraid of ya. I'll do what my mother could not and stop this heresy. Land is mine to govern as I see fit, it will never be free. Okay. In Austria you evaded me, but now the last of Aaron will fall. And she's a dragon! Whole step family of dragons. Man, she's even purple. I know somebody that would be interested in that. So I'm pretty sure every enemy here is weak to light. And we're gonna taunt up. Because we really need to deal with these side enemies. And it's all hit attacks. That's unfair. She casts Unstoppable on herself. Alright, now I think we can get off of Starlight All. Hopefully. Yeah, okay. Got it. You're gonna defend because you're taunting. Yeah, Aurora is the best character in the end battle. Alright, now that we're oh, critical. I was gonna say, now that we're defending... Oh, there is a little icon for taunt. There's little megaphones coming off his body. Alright, we need to raid one of these. Plus he needs some health. Do I bank on nobody using an all-hitting attack? I think so. Oh! Didn't work out. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Let's slow this one. Okay, I'm no longer taunted. Maybe I hit something. I think taunting again would just kill him off. Oh. Countering a magical attack? Okay, actually the side enemies are weak to stuff that I didn't think they were weak to. So I guess it's the main boss. But I'm gonna pull out Robert. And then we're gonna defend. And Aurora is probably gonna go down. Yep. That crit. Alright, I think it would be better to swap someone than to attack now. Even though I have a pretty open opportunity for an attack. Oh, let's get Tristus in for the haste. Then defend again. Then we'll let all the enemies go. Slow this one. Alright, that was good. Now we can rain arrows. Let's see, is there anybody I would rather have attacking at the moment? Let's actually cast Unstoppable. I never do that. Oh, the dodge! Alright. Returns are basically assured and fast. So now Tristis doesn't have as much useful stuff to do. I'm gonna try to slow strike. Am I? Right now? No. Right now we're gonna defend. He can go because he's unstoppable. Alright. Now we go for slow strike on the boss. Or wait. Did the boss cast ailment protection, or is that a damage reduction effect? Okay, well, they can be ailmented. Alright, I think we need to re-haste now. We might actually need to heal, actually. Yeah, let's make sure we don't lose Robert, because he's the best character in the game. Setback. Okay, fine. I think I heal Rubella rather than trying to re-haste at the moment. Important to have your healer able to switch in and not be dead. Okay, Robert is no longer unstoppable. Gotta pay attention to that. I could probably interrupt the boss, but I'm just gonna swap to Tristis and defend. I'm going for it. Worked out. We like that. Let's see, that enemy's gonna get interrupted. I'm not unstoppable. Gonna defend. It was the right choice. Man, all this damage I'm blocking. So that defend is like a really huge damage reduction percentage. Something like 80%, I think? Alright, so this one has under 600 hit points, because that's how much the Katagita Cleave did to the left one. Do I rain arrows or shoot arrow? I think I rain arrows. I also considered slowing the boss. Alright, gotta watch out for whatever the boss does next. I think Gen would be a better choice than Tristis for a basic attack. Tristis might deal more damage. But I like the backward slam effect. Plus it was just a slow enough attack that it got the enemy to get into the cast area, so, you know, it worked really well. I think we definitely defend here. Nice! Now we're down to just one enemy, so we beat the game. Kinda. Let's see, Aurora is dead. So I don't switch to her yet. I switch to her when I'm ready to revive her. Oh. Damage. Oh, you just do random buffs when you're interrupted, don't you? Kind of funny to have that sort of effect, though, when you like casting Unstoppable. Like, right now the enemy is probably casting Unstoppable. I think I will switch out to Aurora now. Right. And then we'll get our revive on. Yeah. Oh! Right! Switching into dead people is sometimes bad if your other person gets murdered. I thought the enemy hadn't used, or had used a move since they're gathering strength. No, that was a counterattack. I'm bad at video games. So, we'll spend our level ups from the previous battle. And try that again. Because it's the final assault. Man, I wish I could get the higher rank of heal. But, you know, upgrading defense is the best we can do. Lightning strike all two. It's probably irrelevant. Get more strength. Get more health. Get higher level of taunt. Oh! Taunt makes him regenerate at level 3? That's pretty nifty. Okay, try this again. I know we're going long, but this is probably part 2 by now. I'm probably splitting off the final boss fight into its own own video, not its own episode. Thinking about editing while I'm still playing the movie. Now, am I gonna have the conversation again, or do we just launch the battle? Mashing space bar. Okay. Dragon battle. Oh yeah, why am I swapped into this combo, actually? I would have expected Rubella instead of Aurora. Or, I mean, instead of Finn. Aurora... You know. Okay, so it's actually gonna be... Oengus taunts and Robert attacks. Wow, that costs 8 now, but it's so much better. Dodge. Okay, so sometimes you actually do cast that with your turn. Interesting. Darn. Do I defend with Oengus because he's taunted, or do I actually attack because it deals a lot of damage? I think I actually attack. Maybe I should be main damaging with Oengus. Instead of taunt, you just attack and... Well, I have another opportunity to attack now if I want it. Wait, who did I just attack? Am I hitting the boss? That's like not what I want to do. I want to target the left. Okay, yeah, we hit him. Okay, he's totally dead. No, he's not. Because the boss decided to armor up. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I prematurely called the game 1 last battle, just because I got it down to only the boss. And then, suddenly, 250 damage. The boss is, like, pretty protected, so I'm not even gonna go for the hit all. Wow! Oh yeah, isn't my rain arrow still rank 1? I should just use single target moves. Because they're higher ranks. I guess I could check. You can look at the number of stars on things. Yeah, it's rank 1 rain arrows. I shouldn't have bothered with rain arrows ever. How are neither of these characters dead? Oh, this is gonna be an interrupt because she's not unstoppable at the moment. Yeah, elevate your damage. I wonder if I can just keep her interrupted, since she's not, she doesn't cast Unstoppable as an interrupted effect. Oh, that should have been a hinder. She's gonna get a turn. And we'll deal 20% increased damage. Or is it 25%? I assume it's the same percent that Aurora's move does. Alright, perfect. Robert Lengus, #1 team, NA. I should have gone for hinder. But you know, critical. RNG manipulation. Also, the boss was already slumped over. You can't tell when I'm slowing her, but it's true. Isn't that anti-magic armor? Because it had the lightning bolt symbol on it? Yeah, you're not armored versus physical. I am gonna hinder. Probably the last hinder of the game. Yeah, damage increase, whatever. I just need to make sure she doesn't get any turns. Like that. Lack of turns. That went so much better. I wonder if it's just because of the extra, like, 100 or so hit points from Taunt Rank 3. Oh man, I only wanted a home, someplace I could call my own. In this world, for ill or good, we live together, not alone. Duke is dead. Floodwaters rise. People on 5 hills cry. The end is prophesized. The end of Austria. I need volunteers to follow me. And people will come with Aurora. It'll be more than fun. By my honor, let's go inside. We'll tumble on through. It's what we do. Oh yeah. For a second I was thinking it was unusual that the acrobat rhymed, but it's only red acrobat that doesn't rhyme. Through the mirror into the mud to rescue my people from the flood.
The bell tolled 6 on Easter Sunday. All looked quite lost. The people cowered on 5 hilltops that were nearly undertossed. As the icy deep rose to meet them, who should unexpectedly appear but Aurora resurrected, with a host of creatures queer. Lickety-split, the group split up, and in less than half an hour, Aurora and her friends led the people up the castle tower. They entered to an empty room. The water lapped at their feet. No way out except to drown. Their doom they were sure to meet. But of course Aurora smiled. Before their eyes, astonished shed. To a mirror she led them, and they stepped through it instead. From that day onward in Austria, only a small island remained. My people safe in Lemuria, their future regained. And Lemuria began to grow again, each of us leading together. Soon it will be your turn, princess, to leave on an adventure. Now, my dear, the fire has died, the night is dark and deep. Close your eyes, let go, and drift off to sleep.
And that's the end. We saved Austria by just saving the people of Austria and evacuating them to Lemuria. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty solid RPG. Like, just the whole timeline mechanic. I know it showed up in Grandia as well, so it's not like super unique. But the way literally every single attack in the game is an interrupt kind of emphasizes the unique mechanic a little more, and I really like that. You can use a lot of strategy related to the timeline. Playing well, I feel, helps you more than in a lot of other RPGs. I know other RPGs have strategy to them, but I feel like your level matters less in Child of Light than in, say, Shin Megami Tensei, where sometimes they just arbitrarily decide that you die for not being high enough level. By the way, your full party takes their max HP and damage you lose. Maybe that was like the worst possible example. I don't know if I've actually... I think an enemy would have to go twice in a row for me to usually have that happen in Shin Megami Tensei. But you know, they have that like whole weakness mechanic. Extra turns. But that's not related to Child of Light in the slightest. I will mention that the gems, they feel a little weak to me. I'm sure that like optimal use of gems does make a difference, but sometimes it just feels like a waste of time to use them. Like, a max rank ruby is 20 hit points. I know a lot of the reason for that is that you can send gems to your friends, so they can't make them too powerful. Most of the actual powerful effects are percentage changes, so that if you get them early in the game, they're still just a percentage. Everything that's a flat amount is pretty low, just in case you basically got it as a starting item from a friend. So that makes sense. I like the way the skills work, actually. Just, you've got 3 tracks that you can go along. I feel like complicated skill trees, they're kind of stressful without really adding much to how much you get to customize. If that makes any sense. Like, the whole fun of a skill tree is getting to pick your build. A lot of people do not have fun with the optimization and the planning, the prerequisites, and how many points am I gonna put into this skill, or do I just put 1 point in and then I save my points until I'm high enough level to unlock this other skill. But, you know, just the 3 linear skill lines. I'm fine with it, it's amazing. And the way they mix the stats all around, I like that you don't end up with some weird, unbalanced build, even if you just focus on one skill line, because a lot of the time in games that do try to support a lot of like weird like glass cannon and also tank and also whatever, a balanced build maybe, usually at least one of the builds is bad. Just flat out not as good as the others. So I totally don't mind, especially since this is probably aimed at a younger audience. Just basic skill lines. I will mention that I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy to just out-level things, especially on casual difficulty, which is what this LP was on. There is an expert difficulty, where you probably actually do have to level until it gets slightly annoying to level up farther, because of the way experience jumps a whole lot per zone, which does help keep you from falling behind, I'll mention. So I really like that when games have significant experience differences between zones of the game. But, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to be able to out-level your challenges if it's marketed at a more casual audience, or a younger audience. Both of them. Oh. And, you know, the fairy tale plot, I'll just mention, I thought it was fine. It was good. Even rhyming, it's kind of cute, or something. But I have a lot more to say about how good I felt the game design was than the plot, and, you know, the art was fine. It was an UbiArt game. They do fine work. Ubisoft, I don't really like Uplay, but whatever. It's not that bad. I think Uplay has gotten a lot better than it used to be. That's what I heard anyway. I haven't used it when it was like super bad. I hope the credits aren't looping. I'm not sure how I would be able to tell. I think they'll end eventually. mouse around. Does it do anything if I click? No, unless I click on this, in which case I would leave the credits. Yeah, the music was fine. The variety of characters was nice. They all did something useful, so I like that. And the way swapping was free meant that like you actually could just let everybody do their thing. It also was a way to make the game easier than it really looks, which is always a nice thing to do because people like feeling like they're challenged, but not as many people like actually being challenged. Because the fact that you can swap quickly effectively makes it so that you can consider your health to be the combined health of all the characters. Unless, you know, the two lead people are randomly both dead at the same time, like was demonstrated this episode. But, like, consider that you don't just have the health of the two lead characters, you have the combined health of your entire party as your effective health. Plus, healing's strong. I mean, that's always the trick in RPGs. But the game is balanced so that you don't really need Rubella's healing. It's useful, but you don't need it. You could probably beat this game without healing with Rubella, and it wouldn't even be that annoying to, like, grind out levels. You might not need to grind out levels, is actually my real point. Ignicola's healing will get you far. I'm not suggesting you don't heal at all, though. That would be silly. I might not try that on hard mode. I bet on hard mode, Rubella's healing is probably more important. Because hard mode is probably a lot like casual, except instead of rushing through, you level up and then battles are just as difficult. I could have said that better. What I mean is, I think that if you play casual and rush through and avoid like every enemy, the boss fights are probably about as difficult as actually leveling up on hard mode. Not that I've ever tried hard mode, that's just my guess. I wonder how quickly this game could be beaten. Maybe like 5 hours? Just by avoiding enemies. No special tricks, no speedrun tactics. Just, if you only fought bosses, how long would this game take? Maybe, no, if you mash through the conversations even faster. Probably closer to 3.5 hours. How many bosses were there anyway? Maybe that would be a better thing to think about. But I don't really care about the answer. I could look up a speedrun, I'm sure. Somebody must have run this game. Or maybe I should be the first speedrunner of Child of Light. Mash through all the conversations, fight only bosses. No, somebody must speedrun this game already. And they're probably faster than I would be. Because that's how things work. So, these credits, have they looped? I really haven't been paying attention to any of the text. I think we've had enough credits, though. If anybody else did not show up in the credits, I apologize to them and their families. Okay. Ignicolas thinks it might cry, or something. Now Aurora is a queen, but she forgot to talk to you. She has more important things to do. Watch over Lemuria. Goodbye, Queen Aurora. And then we're just back here, and it's dark again. We can't refight the final boss because we can't talk to the Queen of Light. We are still Sun form. We could apparently spend level ups. Wait, did it unspend my level ups that I spent directly before the final boss? Because it didn't save? That's kind of silly. I would like to remark, well, not only that there are more locations on the map that I didn't know about, but that I have missed a lot of Stardust. I missed 2 Stardust in the forest area, which is these 3 zones. I missed 2 over here. Missed 7 over in Sinbel Sea. Missed 1 in the Cliffs of Erin. And I missed a lot of treasure chests. That's what coffers refers to. It's all 3 kinds of treasure chests combined. The kind you can open remotely with Ignicolas. The kind that you have to shine a light on with Ignicolas to open. And the kind that Aurora has to actually walk over and open. But anyway, that's it for Child of Light. My next series on this time slot will be Beyond Good and Evil. It will be a blind playthrough. I actually have not played through it. I did play like 15 minutes this morning, maybe a little longer. I got to the first save point. I was just testing to make sure it ran okay on my computer because it is a PC port. PC ports often don't go well. And I have seen random snippets from my brother playing, but I basically don't know anything besides those first like 15 minutes of gameplay. So yeah, see ya!